Life didn't come easy with a platter for you. Everything in life, we got to work at it. Some people want to work and don't want to feel tired. Are you crazy or something? Whoever you know going to work and don't feel tired. You don't want to feel tired.
Welcome to A Better Life with Pastor Barbara Ann Reese, coming from Faith Life Tabernacle International, 500 Orinoco Avenue in Richmond, Virginia. You have not joined this program by accident, but this is your appointment to receive from the Lord that which you desire. A better life is yours today with Pastor Barbara Ann Reese. This is your day for change.
Let's join Pastor Reese in today's message.
I remember, as I said, that I remember when Gabriel was going to business school to do broadcast editing, and it was in Alexandria. Where was it again? Is Alexandria? Crystal City, and that is where again? In Alexandria, we went. So he would drive, and what is that? Arlington, that's right. She wanted to put us in Alexandria. It was Arlington. And so we were going one Sunday night. And sometimes I would go and just take that day to relax in his apartment. Had a nice son, he never run his mama from his apartment. There's some boys, I don't want you there. But I used to go and relax there one day and then come back up. Somebody used to come and pick me up. Teresa used to come and pick me up on a Tuesday because I had to teach Bible college. And one night, Sunday evening, we were going and it was raining. But when we got on the highway, it was so terrible that you couldn't see at all. And I was not used, and it was around maybe 10 o'clock, 9:30, we were driving. And downpour of rain, so much that cars were pulling to the shoulders on the highway. And Gabriel was saying, he wasn't driving, I was driving. And Gabriel said, Ma, better we turn back. I said, we have come too far. I ain't turning back. God is with us. He said, you got to put on your emergency light. Everybody is putting it on. So I put on my emergency light because it was so pouring down that you could not see the white lines at all. And you got all these big trucks because you're on I-95. And so I am driving, and it was never in my life that I was not afraid, because you wasn't seeing nothing. And the big trucks, people were just driving very slow coming. And he said, Mommy, let's turn back. And when we reached King's Dominion, he said, but you can turn back here. I said, I'm not turning back, honey. We are going all the way. We have come this far. I'm going to speak to the clouds. I'm going to speak to the rain. I'm going to prophesy to it. And I was praying, but you talk about being nervous within. You talk about being fearful within, because it's him and I alone on the road. And like I said, it was 10 o'clock. That night, I think we got in there close to midnight. And you know something? We drove about another 15, 20 minutes, and the rain ceased. And we were able to drive. Once you make up your mind, you're going to get discouragement when you set off to do something, a project, or when it's been called upon you. You see? But when you lose your vision. See, I didn't lose my vision. When you lose your vision, when your strength has failed you, when you lose the vision, you have no sense of fulfillment. Because there's what? Too much rubbish. And because of that, you lose the sense of fulfillment, as I use the family as a perfect illustration. You lose that sense of fulfillment of we as a family unit with our grandchildren together, with our grown sons together, or grown children together, married. And isn't that something you want to look at? Together? Not you one way, and he come with his madam or his wife or his girlfriend, and you next. It brings a tone. I don't know how people, I know people might get mad with me, but I don't care. I'm a counselor and I know the problems out there. Sometimes it causes so much uneasiness with the children. Sometimes the children say, she ain't coming at my wedding. He ain't coming at my wedding. But he got to come. If she ain't coming, I ain't coming. Because the children in their mind, we want a family unit here. We don't want this outsider. We want the family unit. And the husband is saying, well, she's not an outsider. We married 3-4 years. I got a child. That's your brother. That's your sister. You see the confusion. See the confusion. Half of society today is just like that. It's just like that. You see, too much rubbish. And so I lose my vision. You see? Sometimes our job that we are involved with, right now some of you might be facing a job that is well demanding, that take much of your time. Sometimes you have difficulty working with people. Some of us, I'll say this, I learned this when I got full-time involved in the ministry. And I pray this morning that you take heed to what you are hearing. Because right now, some of you see that there's too much rubbish around you. So you lose vision and you lose your sense of fulfillment. Okay? Because the person or people that you're working with that you're involved with becomes very difficult. Your task seems endless. You're overwhelmed. All of that is rubbish around you. See, this person is too difficult for me to work with. What is that? Rubbish around you. My job is too demanding. Rubbish around you. My time seems endless. Rubbish around you. You lose vision for the job. This is what happened to Nehemiah. All too much rubbish was around. That's the news that came. How can we work here? Broken stones here. There's cement stuff here because there's debris here. How are we going to step over? They forgot that the wall was halfway up. Why? The rubbish prevent them from getting a hold, seeing the vision. So they lose the vision. The third thing that we see here with them, loss of confidence. Loss of confidence. One of the most devastating cause of discouragement, people, is obvious. It is obvious. It's loss of confidence.
Pastor Barbara Ann Reese and the Faith Life Tabernacle family looks forward to hearing from you.
If you have a prayer report or a testimony of what this program has done for you, or you have received breakthroughs, victories, whatever is your praise report, you may visit us on our web. Let us know and hear about your prayer, your report on what God has done for you. Or you can call it in. Call and let us know. I have a praise report and this is what God has done for me because I viewed the program, I watched the program, I've been prayed for, and this is what God has done for me. I would love to have your praise report. So visit us on our web. That's FLTIM.com. Nehemiah workers in the book of Nehemiah, his workers became weary. They became tired and weary. They lose confidence. Their feelings, they lost their feelings. They lost confidence. When we lost confidence, that's when we become discouraged. Anytime we lose confidence, discouragement is looking at you right in the eyes. When we lose confidence. Because the wall was halfway up. There's a translation that reads it like this. It says that the Hebrew reads, the people, remember they had a heart to work, and the translation says that the people, instead of saying they lose courage, it said that the people heart fail. See, when you lose confidence, you lose your heart in the thing. They didn't see it was halfway up. And therefore, when you lose your heart, you lose your motivation. See, when we lose confidence, you don't, because remember the scripture says that the people had a heart to work. They had a heart to work. So they lose confidence. When you lose your confidence, you lose your heart. When you lose your heart, you have discouragement. And when discouragement step in, you don't have no motivation. One of the causes for discouragement is when we lose confidence. Because when you lose confidence, your heart is not in it no more. Why? There's too much rubbish. Then we see the fourth thing here with them. What causes discouragement is that we saw a loss of security. Now, in our personal lives, holds a lot of areas in our lives hold securities. Familiar securities, such as your job. If you are wrapped up in your job, and that job is gone from you, you lose that job. Okay? It's gone from you and you lose that job. You're going to see that discouragement. You're going to see everything is going to stomp in on you when you lose that job. The feeling of security is gone from you. Because remember, Satan had a plan. He had a plan. The plan, and his plan, it brought in discouragement. What is the plan? Because the enemy had a plan. He said, we will come in and we will move them out from the earth. So when the enemy move in with a plan, you lose that job. That's a sense of security. It's what happened. All security is gone. You become discouraged. You see, because we hang on in life to certain securities that are familiar. Our job is one. Our family is another one. When you lose it, all you need to do is to lose your job. And then discouragement, it will just swamp you when we lose our jobs. That's a sense of security. I'm showing you here that when security has gone from us, and each and every one of us, in life, there are securities that we hang on to. The next one is our families, our close friends. That's a familiar security. When you lose that and threats come in, you lose your sense of security. And life has been shattered because close friends. That's why some people do a lot of stuff and compromise with friends. Because why? You don't want to lose that security of close friends.
If you or someone you know suffers from ADHD, depression, or bipolar disorder, you need this 5-part series. Learn the signs, treatments, and strategies to help your loved ones deal with and overcome these disorders. Remember, there's hope. You can live a successful and productive life. Call the number that appears on your screen or log on to www.fltim.com and order it today for a love offering of $30 for CD, $60 for DVD. Don't delay. Call today, 1-800-510-1226, and start living life to the fullest.
You see? Because life is shattered. You lose your home. That's a security. See, in life, there are securities that we hang on to. And when security is gone, that's it. The next thing again, when your security is gone, here we have seen with Nehemiah, when security was gone from them, what happened? The next thing, fear steps in. Fear steps in. Nehemiah said in the 14th verse, don't be afraid of them. God is with us. See, when you lose your security, the enemy steps in. You see? Because why? He has a plan. Because in Nehemiah's situation, the enemy had a plan, well thought out. Okay? And so what happened is that when fear will come in because the enemy has a plan, and he would use scared tactics. That's what he used here on the Jews, scared tactics. And what are some use of scared tactics? When we are discouraged, all security are gone. Number one, you lose confidence. When your confidence is lost, your strength is failing. Your vision is gone from you. What happens? Rubbish are all around you. And the enemy have a plan to come into work against you. You know what happens? Fear will grip you. Fear will get the best of you. See, discouragement is not just for people who aren't Christians. Don't be deceived by that. Because you are going well on your way working, and here God comes in and give new directions and give plan. Okay? Your familiar security has been. Because now, here I'm giving you new directions. Some people like to hold on to the familiar securities. They hold on to familiar securities. Here God will step in. It can happen to anybody. Anybody. Happen to leaders occasionally from time to time, that where you get gripped, you lose your security. The security God called upon you for new directions. He gave you new directions. God has a plan. We're going to change this. We're moving forward in this area. Many times people are like, the familiar security is, no. They become fearful. You come and you have to move. Doesn't fear grip you? Where am I going? What are the people there? I don't know. I've never been there. Fear. Why? Because your familiar security has been shaken. So you become fearful. And so we see here that the people became very fearful. And when we become fearful, discouragement and things like that, why? Why are we discouraged and become discouraged and fearful? Because our familiar security has been shattered. So you feel like running away. You feel like stopping right there in the middle of it. Why? Because I'm fearful. All sense of security has gone. Have you ever started off on a job, on a project, and when you reach halfway, and security is gone? When security gone, fear steps in. And when the fear steps in, your own deep inner feelings begin to speak. And you stop in the middle of it and said, "Does it worth it? I don't think I can go no forward." Some even would say, "The Lord lead us to go back." Some people quit, leave the ministry just at a breaking point because you reach halfway. The walls were halfway up on its height because you lose security and fear steps in.
Looking for a safe, quality school, daycare, or after-school program? Then check out Faith Life Academy and Learning Center, located at 420 Oronoco Avenue in Elba Street. Now enrolling infants through grade 6. Call today, 804-321-1333. That number again, 804-321-1333.
All familiar things. Who have not gone through that? I'm speaking to real people this morning, and you watching by way of television, you have been there, and some of you are in that situation right now. That your familiar security has been, you lose it. And fear step in because threat of the enemy came in. He has a plan. Here God is calling you to move forward. It happened to the children of Israel. Their sense of security. Fear step in. Where are we going, Moses? Let us turn back. Let us go and eat the garlic. The familiar security, eating the garlic. You're halfway there with the job, but you get tired. The rubbish around you, lose confidence. You lose a sense of security. The enemy threatening you. Deep, empty feelings start speaking. And he said, no, I'll turn back. Or you feel like running. You feel like backsliding on the Lord. You feel like walking out the ministry. You walk out of the job because the security is gone. See, a lot of time it happened to people when there's a transition. And a change comes. They quit. I'll tell you this, and if you ain't get nothing in this message, get this one. Because it's important. It's your lifeline to take you in your walk with the Lord and in life, whether you're a Christian or not. When you're halfway there in any project, always remember this. When we reach halfway, discouragement will come. When we reach halfway, discouragement will come. But if you wait, and if you face it, and you wait and you face it, it can be the greatest opportunity in your life. It can be a great door of opportunity if you would wait and face discouragement. Because it's an opportunity that they are waiting for you, waiting at that open door for you. Don't leave, but wait on God, because you're on a verge of the greatest thing in your life that is about to take place. Because any time that we are halfway, any time that we are halfway in a project, discouragement will come. Any project. Any new thing you do, discouragement will come. So this is telling us, okay, that halfway brings discouragement. You have to endure, face and endure discouragement. Wait. Because that's what Nehemiah did. And so we're going to look at some tools, how to deal with discouragement. But there's an opportunity lies waiting at the door for each and every one of you. You know, instead of turning back, because all hope, all confidence, all vision The strength is gone. The confidence is gone. The vision is gone. Security, fear. Then what's the last thing? Give up, turn back, run away. Why? Because everything is gone. The inner voice and that emptiness deep inside is saying, quit. But if we face and endure, enduring discouragement, who knows that you're on the verge of a great opportunity that will be the greatest thing in your life. How do I want to see that? So always remember, like I said, if you forget anything, always remember, halfway in anything, discouragement will come. This is a good key thing for us to see it. Because you and I can identify that you start off good with something, and when you reach halfway and there's progress, you get some bad, discouraging news. Somebody says something, bring some discouraging news to you. You get tired, rubbish around you. You begin to lose, you begin to dwindle down, you begin to lose strength. You never accomplish. But I'm here to encourage you that the greatest of your entire life of opportunity is when you face and endure discouragement. You'll see the end results. The major breakthrough is there. Why? Because God is with you.
If you or someone you know suffers from ADHD, depression, or bipolar disorder, you need this 5-part series. Learn the signs, treatments, and strategies to help your loved ones deal with and overcome these disorders. Remember, there's hope. You can live a successful and productive life. Call the number that appears on your screen or log on to www.fltim.com and order it today for a love offering of $30 for CD, $60 for DVD. Don't delay. Call today, 1-800-510-1226, and start living life to the fullest.
Thanks for watching today's telecast. Remember to contact us using the information on your screen. Pastor Barbara Ann Reese and the Faith Life Tabernacle family looks forward to hearing from you. Your life will never be the same. Believe it, receive it, and walk in it.